Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 10 of Let's Play Tyranny Gold Edition. In the last part, we spoke to the Siren, the Archon of Sound or Music, or whatever the fuck she's the Archon of. Right now, we're going to go talk to Deafnell. Fatebinder. Deafnell nods in your direction. Now, what do you need? I'm going to punch her. In one strict stride, you close the distance between the two of you and land a punch squarely in her stomach. The force of it knocks her back a pace, causing her to take a knee. She lets out a few coughs before regaining her composure and standing back up. You or any chorus members try to pull anything like that again, and I'll put you on a spike myself. We receive Twist 9 and Cleansing Charm. The Scarlet Fury nurses her stomach and replies with a strain in her voice. I'll make a note to watch my step around the fatebinder of Tunon. Just before she walks away, she takes one of her swords and gives it to once over, tossing in your hands. Good punch. So we got this, which is a petrifying, so immune to poison. I'm going to give that to Lantry so he can make our life easier. And this is a sword, so it's... Our dagger is better, and it's also better than our current sword, but that's because it is a fine quality instead of a common quality, but that's not really a big issue. We can work with that.
On it.
What are you two doing? Where are my manners? I forgot to cast my incantation of crying like a coddled North girl over a few dead soldiers. The blood chanter pounds his staff to the ground, his sunburst face twisting into a harsh scowl. I will not be lectured for a failure to show widow's weakness. Now where is it? Is that? His vision snaps to you. Fatebinder. Lord Binder, the disfavored soldier waves you closer. We've been waiting for you. One of Nerad's dogs went wild. At least he's done the right thing to present himself here for a proper trial. I'd like to yank his teeth out, and I'd like it to be done with your blessing, so I could show you use your judgment on this matter. We meet again, Binder. Bitterquip bows. The disfavored have accused me of multiple murders. I am not guilty of these charges and nothing to hide. He grins from ear to ear. The truth can only exonerate me, so I'll happily submit to your judgment. And who represents the aggrieved party? I do. The warrior steps forward, saluting with a resounding clatter. Salveros of this disfavored. I'm claimant and witness on behalf of my fallen shield brethren, Devona and Servus, the Swift. Murder, that's a serious charge. Tell me everything. 3 weeks ago, we were in the eastern end of the valley. We were on assignment to keep Venturing Guard runners from leaving and reinforcements from coming in. Bitterquip and some Scarlet Furies came with us for. His voice falls flat for an awkward pause. Support. Well, our trial puts us between two Venturing Guard patrols. A trail puts us between the two Venturing Guard patrols. Thinking they have us outnumbered, they draw bronze. We close ranks and fight together. It's a rather rousing melee, and the Oathbreakers gave as good as they get. But among the dead, a dozen conscripts and 2 disfavored. You dance around the important details, Chanter. The soldier jabs a finger at Bitterquip. Right as the enemy spots us, you started working your mystic symbols. I saw a panic in their eyes when the first stumbled onto each other in that clearing. But once his magic started flying, the only thing in their eyes was bloodlust. What sort of magic did you use? I don't talk the craft outside of the guild, but I can't help defend myself with silence. The blood chanter clears his throat, measuring his words carefully. I invoked a spell of frenzy and directed the chant at the enemy. They could move faster than our party, and letting them escape would undermine the mission, so I fueled them with rage to get them to stand and fight. There, he just came right out and admitted it. The Oathbreakers usually can't fight their way out of a burlap sack, but he grants them the gift of Stink Badger's courage. The warrior rests his head in his hand. Madness, pure and simple. The Furies were dumbfounded and folded, and that's when the Devona and Kevius the Swift dove into the fray. Devona caught a javelin in the eye, just stupidly bad luck. As to Servus, after the battle he had been run through 19 times. Grave and Ash couldn't save him. Salveros had his facts in order. I would concur with his assessment. Blood Chanter, is that all you have to say in your defence? What more need I say, for I have done no wrong. Are you daft, or was your mother too busy mounting the tears to teach you right from wrong? You are not entitled, so I can forgive your ignorance. If you were illuminated in the ways of arcane, you'd know that Kyros' law does not hold the magic culpable for what it cannot be controlled. What sort of chorus delusion is that? Bitter quip is citing magician's folly. If in battle for Kyros' glory, a mage inadvertently harms someone protected by Kyros' peace, the mage is not legally at fault. The fatebinder actually knows his law. As I said, I have no doubt that I am in the right. You must understand, the chanter grins broadly. My heart is heavy with regard to this tragedy, but my conscience is clean. That's insane! This wasn't a gout of fire that went awry. He used his magic to enrage the enemy into feats of strength. How is that not a crime? Spend a decade mastering the craft of a magic, and perhaps you'll understand why this law must exist. And why is that? So you illuminated folk can lord your knowledge over the rest of us and excuse each other from reckless misuse? The warrior lets out a low grumble. You're all toying with things only Kyros understands. Nothing good comes of magic. You gripe, but this law didn't exist. If this law didn't exist, I could argue that Graven Ash hasn't been protecting the Scarlet Chorus from harm the way he has the disfavored, and I could demand Tunon punish such a misuse of magic. But the law does exist, so I do not. I'm ready to pass judgment. The case is a simple one, is it not? So do you think he's guilty? Wrong question. It is not what the fatebinder feels, it is what the law says. He clears his throat with a smug smile. So then, what does the law say? Kyros' law shields bitter quip from negligence in battle. The magic is tragic, but not criminal. The blood chanter grins smug. He tips his head to you in the franks before flicking disfavored soldier an obscure grin. See? Just to prove, Galeris is a...
I got it.
I mean, we're a fatebinder of Tunon. We are going to uphold the law. We're orderly, we're disciplined. Those two things require you to follow a law. Well, no, they don't require you, but they certainly make a lot more sense if you do. And we are disciplined and orderly followers of Tunon. We may be assassins, ladies and gentlemen, but we still know what we're doing. And we're also a mage, so fuck it. It is weird playing as a mage, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot say that enough. It is very weird. I'm going to stop justifying character traits now, because honestly, you guys know the character, and if not, well, you can just ask me what his traits are. I need to write a character sheet so I can just have this character sheet and be like, there we go, that's him. No complaints. We got a missive from Tyranny. We are not completely without our senses. We knew Kyros would issue an edict on our valley. Perhaps the Overlord has a sick sense of humor, but I can assure I laughed when I learned that the Death Sentence doomed the Oathbreaker and Puppet equally. I had such low expectations for the servant of the so-called Archon of Justice. Tunon seems little more than a passive stooge that sits on a throne to legitimize the carnage and plunder of the order of our Archons. The face of prosperity that lets Kyros claim one thing while being another. I would have hoped you actually did serve justice, the notion, not the Archon. But your actions have said otherwise. At least I can thank you for proving my cynicism entirely warranted. If you survive this upcoming slaughter, bear witness that I, Tarkis Ari of the Rendering Guard, do take responsibility for the actions of my crew. Should my warriors come before the court's act, tell Tunon they were starving, desperate, and easily manipulated into a struggle that was mine, and not theirs. Sell this lie as well as you would have sold the lies of the Overlord. Nah, you're a dick. I don't like you. So let's have a quick look at our stats so far. So currently, we have more favor than wrath with the Scarlet Chorus. Now, just saying, if I hated the Scarlet Chorus, I'd have way more wrath by now, because... to be fair, these two abilities are way more better than these ones in my opinion. Like, I prefer these abilities, but I'm playing the character. Disfavored? I don't think I've ever actually had these ones. Well, no, yeah, I have. No, I have, yeah, because I've had Sever's Ash Bond, which is an interesting one. That's actually pretty cool if you try and fight the disfavored. But yeah, so and the Venturing Guard, yeah, they never like me. Lantry currently has only fear for me. Barrack is currently more happy with me than he is fearful. Verse, again, the same, but she's upset by honorary ways. And Ebb apparently has more loyalty and then fear. Actually, no, yeah, she's only just though. It's only just noticeable. Tunon, he obviously likes me. Graven Ash kind of loves me at the moment. And the voice in the rat, he's kind of ambivalent. But anyway, let's get on with talking to Estonius, the iron, the guy over here. And we need to go... Oh, yeah, first things first, I need to try and buy myself some... Oh, fuck, that's what I was meant to do at the chorus camp. What might I do for you? Is something you like? You know that your disfavored suffer a merchant in the cow. Oh, yeah, we've already read this, haven't we? Can I have your wares, please? Well, technically, we could buy some more camping supplies. I will be buying that. Currently, we don't need any of these weapons. None of them are actually... Wait, that one? Nope, even that one's kind of pointless. This one has guided strike, so we want to keep that. Any of that have the special abilities, I keep. If not, then I just get rid of them. That's accurate, so I'm actually going to keep that. I don't think any character I'm going to be using will use a javelin, but on the off chance they do, it's best to have them have the ability to do it. Right, so we're going to get ourselves 76. We've got ourselves some, what's it called right there? Potions. Let's have a look. Who needs the potions the most? I still have no clue how to split potions, so it's whoever has the least potions I give it to. That'd be verse. Right.
On it.
You know, first things first, we're gonna go get our some skills leveled up. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually at the end of this act. So, well, if isn't the fatebinder, what can we do for you? I'd like some training, Marcus. Yep, you're the one who trains in parry. So close to leveling up. Oh, right, yeah. Is it the fatebinder? Like Lucius, I could lose some training. I am going to have Verse fully trained in that. Yeah, look at that. Look how much more she's leveled up than me. Like, I'm completely okay with this, to be fair, though. Barak. Again, I'm happy to have...
But I feel like fighting someone.
I am very much happy to have them much higher level than me as well. We're going to get you some more... Actually, we're going to give you a little bit of health this time. And then we'll give you the Pigs on the Spit ability, because that's really fucking good. Barak, you need... Further increase the number of enemies you can engage. Yeah, the more enemies you can engage, the more less enemies that can piss me off, which is obviously a good thing. And you need some more health, really. Like that's probably the smart thing to do. How much money have we got now? Still got loads of loads of rings. Let's go to Estonius, and apparently I'm going to leave the party over there. Have you found the iron yet? Here it is. Good thing the Oathbreakers didn't get their hands on much. I can't tell you what it means to have this back in our hands. I'll make sure to tell my superior about what you've done for the Legion.
You learn something every day.
See your wares. And I leveled up. So I'm actually very low level in comparison to everyone else, and I'm gonna continue going for this because I trust my as I'm keeping myself, like, I'm playing my character the most. I'm not actually like swapping as much. I'm gonna try and keep my character, like, playing as my character more thing. Like, I'm trying to keep my character better. And basically what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna keep my character acting faster because of the fact that I'm gonna keep on him longer, so I don't have to worry about switching and worrying about what abilities I've got activated. What's this? So if while wearing only light armor, gain a bonus to dodge and parry. This effect is lost if... Oh, that's good. Arrow shield. When a superior, replace dodge with parry, and while defending against the range attacks. Adds bonus accuracy and damage to attack made from stealth. Move faster in combat. That would actually be quite nice, but I'm trying to focus on that. While wielding a melee weapon, sometimes riposte miss attacks. Also gain a bonus accuracy when wielding a weapon with nothing in your offhand. I'm not a duelist, that's the problem. I'm a dual wield. Unseen advantage to apply poison with an weapon attack made from stealth. Disarm your target, leaving them unable to re-equip the weapons for a short period of time. Leg sweep, hand to fist, unleash a triple attack on your target. Replaces flurry of blows. I kind of, yeah, you know what? So moderately increased weapon damage while wielding a weapon in each hand allows basic attack to strike multiple targets. See, like I like the idea of increasing my damage. Yeah, for now I'm gonna take the helmet. Yeah, I don't like the hood. It looks a bit shit, so I'm gonna take it off for now. Not off, but I'm gonna like not have it shown. And before I do anything, I'm gonna quickly buy myself some more skills so I can get some more level up. This time I'm actually gonna have Luxia give me some more dodge. All right, let's go talk to the archons. Actually, which one is it? Yes, this one. So we can't leave the Vendrian's Well right now, so I'm gonna go to the Chorus camp quickly because we've got time. Like we don't. There's like we've got days upon days of free time, so there's no reason not to. Actually, no, I bought them all. Doesn't matter. I bought them all. So yeah, let's get this part. Let's get this. Let's get on to the next stretch of the game.
How can we trust your rabble not to turn at this last moment? How many of your conscripts have family bonds to the Vendrian Guard? It is decided. The disfavored will take the vanguard of the assault. It is the only way to assure success before the edict comes to pass.
Gravenash's roar pulses your eardrums, his face reddening as he yells.
Oh, you're so young. We can forgive you for being stupid. Without your Archon of Stone to bring down those walls, you're out of your element. Only the chorus has the numbers required to swarm the walls from all sides. We will lead the vanguard of this battle.
The best the chorus could accomplish would be leaving a ramp-shaped pile of corpses propped up against the walls for my warriors to use. Their fortifications are not a concern. Even understaffed, my Earthshakers could breach the masonry in short order.
Another brilliant idea. Cairn's cult is, we're sure, every bit as trustworthy and sane as the late Archon of Stone himself. You did notice the spire at the center of the citadel? Hard to miss it, being only the tallest thing on the horizon and such. Certainly your Earth mages won't do anything stupid like, say, breaking the spire's foundation. What could possibly go wrong?
The voices of Narat lazily twirls his scepter. We love saying that name, Karen, just to watch him squirm. Gravinash had so much hair back before he met us.
I trust them more than I trust your circus of rapists, sellswords, and turncoat tearsmen.
Archon turns his head and, upon seeing you in the tent, relaxes his posture.
Tunon's fatebinder has arrived.
The war tent falls silent, and all eyes turn to you expectantly. Our operations in Echoll Crossing and Triplenet Wilderness were successful. Why aren't you two marching towards Ascension Hall?
Nothing would please us more than to be done with this wretched valley. Perhaps if we had more support from the disfavored, and from the court.
Now that we are all assembled, I want reports. The Scarlet Chorus was going to resolve the Oathbreaker presence in the Outer Valley. What became of that?
Yes, what did become of that? We should know already, yet we do not. If we are not mistaken, the Fatebinder played a pivotal role in this operation. Fifth Eye, shed light on this baffling question.
The Fatebinder did indeed assist the chorus, in a fashion. The Oathbreakers were cut down, but the Fatebinder's wrath spared none, and Captain Pellock's Florian was not taken alive. Much to our disappointment, the Fatebinder seems to have applied disfavored justice to Florian. Such a waste.
And look what showing them mercy has done for us. My scouts report seeing chorus thugs fleeing your camp, defecting back to the enemy. They are abusing your mercy. and you either don't notice or don't care. The former is negligence, the latter is treachery.
I was asked to lend a warrior's hand and did just that. Be grateful or be silent.
Iron Marshal, I understand we've established a foothold across the Matani. Report.
Securing the Matani was a gruesome affair. An agent of the School of Tide still lives, and the river was turned against us. Despite our losses, the day ended in success at Echo Crossing, though victory came at a great cost. In securing the riverfront, it was discovered that the citizens of Echo village were in possession of stolen iron. Fuckers used our own arms against us. We of course put the village to the torch, and the fatebinder wisely backed our claim. To show them the price of the resistance, our victory pyre burns on the horizon for all to see. Their leader, Captain Matani Sybil, was bested in combat but taken captive by the Scarlet Chorus. Despite the disfavored taking the lead on this operation, the fatebinder felt it necessary to apply Chorus doctrine to the captives.
A most wise judgment, good fatebinder. The Oathbreaker captain will no doubt provide hours of entertainment, and perhaps even some useful information.
The voices of Narat hurls his scepter into the air, with a loud chuckle gingerly snatching the scepter out of the air as it falls. She has been the most delectable treat, that one. So obstinate, so inarticulate in her flailing defiance. Some things are best savoured in slow, tantalizing doses. We must thank you once again for delivering her unto us.
This will be just like Stalwart, when your own conscripts chose suicide over service to the chorus. She'll be no different than the others, petulant, uncooperative, and motivated to feed you false information.
Arguing over this is meaningless. Resolving the edict matters most of all.
The Fatebinder is right. We argue over trivialities when we should be closing the vice on the Oathbreakers. Let us march on the double. The disfavored will lead the charge.
You mean the Scarlet Chorus should lead the charge? Over 2/3 of your legion remains trapped outside the valley. Only the Chorus can bring to bear the strength and numbers this assault requires. Kyros' Day of Swords approaches, and our allies in the disfavored and the court refuse to work with us. There is clearly only one reason for this. Graven Ash and Tunon have allied against us. You conspire to rob us of our deserved glory.
If you two are unwilling to work together as Fatebinder of Tunon, I will order you to do so.
With whom do you stand?
The voice of the Narat masks tilt sideways as he lurches forward, wagging his scepter at you. The tent grows quiet as the gathering looks to you with anticipation. Now is it not the time for compromise? One of us will have the honor of completing this glorious conquest. We know you will choose wisely. Well, this is the problem. Most of my characters are all pragmatic, and well, not pragmatic. They're all middle gut men, so they like to go for this. But in this situation, and again at this point, I am sounding like I love the disfavored too much, but the disfavored are the right choice for this character anyway. For this character, he wants order and discipline to the siege. Order and discipline normally means less casualties. The disfavored will lead.
You honor us, as I knew you would. You have made the right choice. The disfavored have stood at the forefront of battle since the first days of the war, and now we have the honor of winning this final battle.
Graven Ash salutes you, his fist striking his breastplate with a thunderous clatter.
Our beloved Chorus! We have too many lives to protect. We can't allow your foolish decision to destroy us all!
A brilliant emerald green radiates from the Archon, and the chatter of busy marketplace seems to fill the tent. The scepter he normally holds as a playful prop is now clutched as a bludgeon ready to strike. No! We did not work so hard only to be denied our rightful glory in the end. You will die with the disfavored.
You would dare harm me and our guests from the court?
The air crackles of electricity as Graven Ash lifts his maul to strike.
By Kyros' word, this means war! How did it come to this?
You rouse to consciousness at the side of Graven Ash, swatting his hand towards a thinning green mist where the voice of the Narat once stood moments ago. We will take Ascension Hall without the chorus's help.
Yes, and instead of having false allies on our side, At least we can march on the Citadel knowing full well who is friend and foe. And it goes without saying, the disfavored needs you now for this glorious battle. Please speak with the Iron Marshal. She will give you the specifics of our plan.
Farewell.
The Archon of Secrets left behind one of his spies. Perhaps we should send her back to her master in pieces.
Graven eyes, Ashes narrows his eyes and points a finger at Verse. Barak's armor makes a discordant sound of iron bending under pressure. Everyone assembled in the room looks at him.
Something to say, Barak?
Ash passes his stone shield a confused look.
Nothing at present, Archon. Forgive the interruption.
Barak looks at you with a vague hope in his otherwise impersonal stare. I must admit, I am surprised you're still here.
You and me both, but the Archon was insistent in his wording. Watch that fatebinder, even if I make a public display suggesting otherwise. But now I'm thinking I shouldn't have stuck around.
Her eyes dart nervously around about the numerous figure in the tent. Now, Verse is with me.
You would harbor the Archon's henchmen in your company? This is aiding and abetting the voices of Narat. I cannot stand for it.
She can't tell us about the Scarlet Course of the voice of Narat if she's dead.
You would twist her loyalties from the chorus to yourself? A fool's hope if ever I heard one. Safer to leave her hanging by a gibbet or rotting in the pillory for the Legion's amusement. But I can tell that you won't be swayed. You are playing a dangerous game, Binder. If you wish to hold a venomous serpent so close, I will allow you your own self-destruction. Now leave me. When you are ready to join the assault, speak to the Iron Marshal.
Well then. So we'll be doing that in the next part. So as you can see, this is how the character is going to be. He's going to be very much authoritative and disciplined. But now we've got 10 parts in, I think you guys know the character well enough that I don't actually have to keep going over his traits. Just his decision making. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next part. See you guys then.